What's up, stackers and investors? Bullion Calculator here. I want to start out by saying thank you to everyone for all your feedback and support. With y'all suggestions, we made version 5 of our calculator. Not going to try to make this video too long, but it is a how-to, so we're just going to get right into it. For those who aren't familiar with the calculator, make sure you are only inputting your inputs into the yellow cells. Anything in yellow, you can input whatever you want. You'll see here that the price paid and the bar count have asterisks in them. There are formulas in those specific cells that you're responsible for making sure that don't get messed up. But we're going to walk you through it. It's going to be really easy to understand. Everything else is a formula that if you accidentally mess it up, it may give you a wrong total or something wrong down the road. There's also stuff hidden around in cells, so just don't go clicking all willy-nilly. Everything updates automatically once you input it into the yellow cells. It's pretty easy to use. So when you add something in here, it's automatically going to update your total ounces. It's going to translate that down to how much that is in kilos and troy pounds. This is your current spot price. This gets it from another cell. We'll go into that later. And this will take your average and tell you what your average ounce is. Average cost over per ounce. And then one day when you go to sell it, if you went to go sell it today and the guy you're selling it to is saying we paid 95% of spot, your complete stacks in silver is worth $7.46. So you see the cell's red because it's less than your total investment. And same thing here. Some people say we'll give you 50 cents over spot. And that tells you that it's going to be worth $8.11. Again, it's red because it's not as much your total investment. Right here is your total investment. Your total investment's current spot price, and right now it's telling us we're negative $97, which equates to negative 11%. So right here's your gold tab. I'm going to change that to 500 ounces. It tells you your 10% to your goal. 50 ounces. Boom, 100% green. That's what I'm talking about. But let's say you just got your taxes back, or you just found some money under the couch and you went to go buy some silver. Well, right here it says weight of each bar. We're going to say you bought 21 ounce bars. So right there we do 1 ounce. You'll notice up here there's a 0 in the formula. All you have to do is change that 0 to the number. So we got 20 bars. And make sure you press enter out of the formulas, because if you click another cell, it's going to think that you want that cell to be added into it and blah blah blah, and it'll mess up the whole formula. So this does the math for you and tells you got 20 ounces. Again, just change that 0 to how much you spent. So we'll say you spent $330 on it. Again, enter out. Boom. Tells your average cost per ounce is $15. Did I say 330? 300. We'll do 330. All right, so $16.50 an ounce. So you bought that on 210, 16, and spot price on that day was $15.70. This does the math, tells you spent 5% over spot, and that bar at that spot price is worth $314. And we'll go ahead and say Scottsdale, because we know how everybody loves Scottsdale. So the reason you inputted your $330, your price paid, and your bar count into this formula is so when you go to sell a year from now or whatever, this does the math for you. So you sold 5 bars for $100, and we'll see what that does. That subtracts those 5 bars from there, saying you got 15 left, and now brings your price paid for those 15 bars down to $230, and it tells you're at $15.33 per ounce. So not bad. This also tells you that you're negative 2% over spot on that purchase. So you're doing really well, I think. The gold tab works just the same, but it does everything in grams. Except for over here we have how many, it'll add everything up into ounces and tell you where you're at in ounces also if you ever get that much. Let's say you're not fortunate enough to have a couple of full ounce bars and you're doing everything in 5s and 10s. But right here it tells you your total grams is 93. That equates to 3 ounces, which is 0.09 of a kilo. Automatically tells you that your price per gram, or this is the spot price per gram, again, that gets it from another cell. We'll talk about that later. Tells you your average cost per gram is $36, and your negative $3.34 under, so you're doing really well on that. And same thing for here when it comes time to sell. And again, your goal. So let's say you decided to buy a 5 gram bar. You got that 5 gram bar. How many of those bars do you got? Change that 0 to the 1. Enter out. Boom, it tells you 5 grams. Everything updates up here automatically. Alright. Let's say that bar cost you $200. Remember, just change that 0 to how much you are and enter out. It tells you your price per gram is $40. Let's say you bought this on 2/10/16 also. Spot price on that day, we'll say it was $138.90. It tells you spent 0.42% over spot, and the value of the bar is $200. So we'll do the same thing. We'll sell this bar a year from now, or whatever, $250. And it goes ahead and it says, boom, you sold that 1 bar, you now have 0 left. And negative $50. So you made $50 on that. So good job. Again, there's hidden formulas in these cells, so you don't want to really mess around with any of this stuff. Only input your things in yellow. And again, the asterisks. So don't forget to enter out. We go to the spot price tab. This one looks kind of busy, but let's not get all messed up. Once you get used to it, it'll be really easy to look at, and half of it you may not use. But we're going to start out with this part right here. It says, to view live spot prices, go to your data tab, refresh and refresh all. Now I'm using a Mac, so this may work different for an HP guy, but whatever your refresh is, just do that. So I'm going to refresh this. It's going to say gathering info from website or something like that down here. And it'll say ready, and it'll update the spot prices for everything. And just so we know we're on point, we're going to check it out right here. 1537, 1224. 1537, 1224. Perfect. And as you can see down here, this will be your Canadian price, your UAD, and your Euro, and all that updates automatically whenever you hit that refresh tab. We're going to go up here to the little calculator part, and you can see right here your spot price per ounce. And your spot price per ounce here gets its information from these 2 cells right here. If you're not online or the internet goes out or something like that, and you want to manually input a price in here of $16 or something, you can, but you can see now it says 16. It's not getting its information from the cell J12. Or if whenever you get this, you want to change this to automatically update to the Canadian prices or the UAD, you just go up in this cell and you say equals the Canadian, enter, boom, and that's how that's done. So right here we're just going to say equals the USD, because that's what we're doing with right now. Down here on your left, this is all gold in ounces and grams, and this is telling you that 5% over spot for 1 gram or 1 ounce bar is going to be $12.85, and 10% over spot is going to be 1347. So it's a quick reference just so you don't have to type it in the calculator every time. Same thing, there's a popular weights of gold bars down here, so 5%, 10%. And then same thing for the coins, your 20th, your 10th, your quarter, and your halves. All right there. On this little side right here, this is ounces in silver. Just a quick reference. You see a 10-ounce bar online, 5% over is 161. You don't have to come up here and do the math every time. Well, we're going to show you how to use this calculator part. Let's say you're looking at 25 ounces somewhere at the current spot price of $15.37, and someone wants $400 for it. This tells you that you're only paying 63 cents over spot, and you're paying $16 an ounce. That's pretty good. It tells you that you're paying 4.10% over spot, and this cell is green because it's under 5%. Anything under 5% is green. 5 to 10 is red, and anything over 10, or 5 to 10 is orange, and anything over 10 is red. So this tells you that your current percent in silver, you're actually negative 10.28. But if you bought this right now, it would go to negative 8.6%. So it's green because you're coming up, you're doing better, you're getting closer to even. And then if you come down here to the silver, this is your if purchase tab. This kind of says your current investment overall for gold and silver is $4,400. There's a current value 46. So you're positive 5.8 on your investment. If you bought this silver at that price, it would change your actual total investment to only 3.88% over, because you're paying more for silver now than your average was before and everything else. And it tells you that you're negative 7.0. But remember, we're stacking. This is just a little letting you know, hey, heads up, you're going backwards. The same thing for the gold, but this is for ounces. Let's say we're doing grams, I'm sorry. Let's say you're going to buy 15 grams of gold at that current spot price. Remember, we got that from the internet. It tells you that 15 gram bar or whatever it is actually worth $590. Let's say somebody is offering 6 for it, or that's what you're looking at spending. It tells you you're going to spend $3.96 more per gram. It tells your average cost per gram is going to be $43.33. And remember, red, since you're over 10%, it tells you that your current investment in gold is a positive 9.51, so that's good. But it tells you if you actually buy this, you're bringing it down to positive 6.48. And same thing over here. It tells you that your new current percent difference is going to be 2.84, and that's less than what you're at now, so it's red. And by how much? Negative 1.74. So this is just an easy tool. Quick reference lets you know how that's going. I've got this labeled American Silver Eagles, but it works the same for maples or any coin really. Whatever coin has a premium on it, and you say the premium is $2, it's going to say that those coins are $17.37 a piece, and for a monster box of 500, that's going to be an $8,600 monster box. So it's just a quick reference there. This tab right here, if there's a dealer down the street or something like that, and you've got $100 burn a hole in your pocket, and he charges $1 premium over an ounce, this tells you can go down there and pick up 6 ounces. That's 6.51% over spot, $16.37 an ounce. This works the same way if there's a guy down the street that's got a $20 markup per ounce of gold. You got $1,300 burn a hole in your pocket. You can go pick up an ounce of gold at 1.63%. And this is the same thing for grams. Some people have a specific amount they're going to charge over per gram, 50 cents or something. And there you go, $1,300 burn a hole in your pocket. You can go get an ounce. This is just a little percentage thing that you can get a quick reference of what 90% of spot price is, 98%, or just whatever. If you were interested in that, or someone's looking at you and telling you, I'll give you 90% of spot, and now you know what that is per ounce. This right here is your silver to gold ratio. This updates automatically when you refresh all or when you manually input a number into your spot price tab up here. This will tell you that the current silver to gold ratio is almost 80 ounces of silver equals 1 ounce of gold. And right here it's 2.5 ounces of silver is going to equal 1 gram of gold. So really easy, just in case you were wondering what that was. So right here is your total investment. This is everything. This is your total investment in silver all on one page. You've got $1,100 invested in silver. It's only worth $999. It's a value difference of negative 114, which is negative 10.28%. Right here's your gold, total investment of gold, total spot price at the current spot price. You're doing positive on it, and you're positive 9.51. And the center section is your total investment of both. Current spot price of everything, your value difference, so you're positive 204 on your current investment, which is 4.58%. If you guys got any questions about how to use this thing, or you see something wrong, or a formula's messed up, or there's something you would like to see added, just let us know. I'm always messing with this thing, moving stuff around. I know on version 4 that this cell was, the color changing was wrong. And then I think on these two cells it only added through 200, not 400. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you want to copy this. It's free. I'm just want to help you guys out. Maybe keep track of your stack a little differently from a piece of paper or something else. But yeah, dude, just send me an email. Send me a message here. There's an Instagram page. Send me a message on that. For now, have fun. Keep stacking.